Buhi, yun ang t-shirt na sir. Ilan ni katuig sir? Totoo na sir. Mana yung ako ano eh. Ang gamay na na.
Gamay ang t-shirt.
Gamay ang t-shirt. My morning greetings to all, and most especially to all of our students in CWTS NSTP 2 enrolled in Palompon Institute of Technology, Palompon, Leyte. Today, Saturday, February 13, 2021, and you're listening to Radio Kausbawan, DYNG FM 103.1 megahertz. So, again, my dear students, second semester, we will focus on what we called community immersion. So, community immersion, again, is sought to imbibe among NSTP trainees a better understanding and relations of the different community concerns. So, the youth of a community is both potential actors and a resource in solving local problems involving young people in local affairs, can both develop the community and solve specific problems. So with this, I hope it's already clear in your mind what community immersion is. Now, this morning, I am going to give you the first quiz of the midterm grading. So, instructors of CWTS, take note, I am going to give to you the K answer with this quiz. So again, last meeting, I am giving you the course description as well as the outline of the course. And then I have shared to you this topic, understanding the role of NSTP in community development. Again, I would like you to understand the role of NSTP in community development. So again, the community service learning programs is to create an environment of learning by doing and to begin the process of helping youth assume roles of social responsibility. Community service projects also can increase local leaders' appreciation of youth contribution to community affairs. We believe that the perception among the adult community can be changed. It can be changed from one viewing youth as a problem to what? Viewing youth as a resource. So changing this perception is important. It is important if leaders are going to be able to take advantage of the opportunity to harness the energy and enthusiasm of young people to build more sustainable community action. So, this morning, again, I want you to know that these are the activities needed in developing the student trainees in line with community immersion. So one of these is what we call knowledge, skills, and attitudes through the involvement and participation in the NSTP program. Another is the exposure of the youth. You will be exposed on community. What? The real life situation. The real life situation, especially the depressed, the deprived, and the underprivileged sectors. In short, it is called DDU, which means depressed, deprived, and the underprivileged sectors of our community. Another concrete example of our activities in the second semester for our community immersion is to enhance civic consciousness and defense preparedness. Enhance civic consciousness and defense preparedness. And another concrete example, an activity that we are going to develop the student trainees in line with the community immersion is to develop the ethics of service. Develop the ethics of service imbued with good citizenship values. And what are these good citizenship values? What are these? There are four: makadiyos, makatao, makabayan or makabansa, and the makakalikasan. So with these activities needed in developing the student community, the student trainees, what is needed here? We need to have what we call proof of your accomplishment. What are these proof of accomplishment? You have to submit what we call pictorials or what we call documentary reports. Documentary reports or what we call pictorials. Or you may present what we call project plans. Again, project plans. So with these activities that you are going to develop, I hope you can have what we call practice of our theory given in the first semester. Again, we can practice the theory. Again, theory without practice is sterile, and practice also without theory is blind. That is why you have to be guided. You have to be guided. And last meeting, I have given to you the objectives of an NSTP community immersion. We give you the objectives of NSTP community immersion. So, again, what are these objectives of community immersion? Requirement of NSTP. One is a defined community immersion as an approach and strategy of developing projects in serving people and communities. Second is to enrich knowledge and competencies on community immersion as a process for development. Third, apply the principles and concepts of working in the community through immersion projects, and activities. Another objective is to expose NSTP trainees in what community: depressed, deprived, and the underprivileged communities, as well as the marginalized groups of our society. Then we have to appreciate the values of community immersion as a means of developing themselves as citizens and helping people improve their way of life and in alleviating their living conditions. Another objective of our community immersion is to enhance civic consciousness and defense preparedness. And the last but not the least is develop the ethics of service, imbued with good citizenship values. Now again, this morning I am going to give you the first quiz in the midterm grading. First quiz, I have here 10 question. 9 question, matching type, and the last question, number 10, it's an essay question. And with this essay question, you may have to discuss the topic with your respective instructors. I have sent already the official list of students to all of our instructors in NSTP CWTS. I repeat, I have given already the official list of enrollment of our students in CWTS. And take note, try to contact or have access with your instructors so that you may have a grade in the midterm grading. Again, we are really monitoring the attendance. Why? Because every time we have input, every time we have online here through our station, Radio Kausbawan, your instructors is also monitoring your attendance. Okay, here is now my first quiz. Matching type. You're going to choose the right answer, but writing both the letter as well as in words. Letter and words. And you can send it to your respective instructors of CWTS. So I am going to read only the question twice. I will read only the question twice, and you're going to choose the right answer by first write the letter and also in words. Number 1. First question. Community immersion is an important requirement among blank NSTP students. I repeat, community immersion is an important requirement among blank NSTP students. Here is the choice. Letter A, male. Letter B, female. Letter C, both male and female. And letter D, none of the above. I repeat, community immersion is an important requirement among blank NSTP students. Letter A, male. Letter B, female. Letter C, both male and female. And letter D is none of the above. Second question. Number 2. Community immersion is a requirement for students in what? Letter A, NSTP 1. Letter B, NSTP 2. Letter C, OSP. Letter D, DDU. Letter D, DDU. Or depressed, deprived, and underprivileged. Again, number 2 question, I repeat. Community immersion is a requirement for students in what? Letter A, NSTP 1. Letter B, NSTP 2. Letter C, OSP, and letter D is DDU. The third question, number 3. Republic Act is the law that requires each student taking the NSTP to undergo community immersion and implementation of community service projects and activities for a specified number of hours. Republic Act is the law that requires each student taking the NSTP to undergo community immersion and implementation of community service projects and activities for a specified number of hours. Letter A, 9163. Letter A, 9163. Letter B, 9003. Letter C, 7077. Letter C, 7077. Letter D, 906. Letter D, 906. I repeat, Republic Act is the law that requires each student taking the NSTP to undergo community immersion and implementation of community service, projects, and activities for a specified number of hours. Letter A, 9163. Letter B, 9003. Letter C, 7077. And letter D is 906. Next number 4. Number 4, in community immersion, trainees are expected to, letter A, initiate community-based projects. Letter A, initiate community-based projects. Letter B, be aware of the multifaceted issues and concerns. Letter B, be aware of the multifaceted issues and concerns. Letter C, promote their school. Letter D, all of the above. Again, number 4. And community immersion trainees are expected to, letter A, initiate community-based projects. Letter B, be aware of the multifaceted issues and concerns. Letter C, promote their school. Letter D, all of the above. Next number 5. Number 5, trainees undergoing community immersion contribute in the blank. Trainees undergoing community immersion contribute in the blank. Letter A, Letter A, upliftment of the quality of life. Letter A, upliftment of the quality of life. Letter B, enhancement of the economic condition of the families. Letter B, enhancement of the economic condition of the families. Letter C, empowerment of people, especially the marginalized and underserved people. And letter D is all of the above. Again, number 5, question. Trainees undergoing community immersion contribute in the blank. Letter A, upliftment of the quality of life. Letter B, enhancement of the economic condition of the families. Letter C, empowerment of people, especially the marginalized and the underserved people. And letter D is all of the above. Letter D, all of the above. Next, number 6, question. Number 6, participation of students in community immersion deepens their blank. Participation of students in community immersion deepen their blank. Letter A, sense of oneness with the community. Again, letter A, sense of oneness with the community. Letter B, community involvement. Letter B, community involvement. Letter C, self-awareness of the real life. Self-awareness of the real life. And the last, letter D, is all of the above. All of the above, letter D. Again, I repeat the question. Participation of students in community immersion deepen their blank. Letter A, sense of oneness with the community. Letter B, community involvement. Letter C, self-awareness of the real life. And letter D is all of the above. Number 7. Next, number 7. Project components of community immersion include blank. Project components of community immersion include blank. A, health, safety education, sports and recreation. A, health, safety education, sports and recreation. B, environment and entrepreneurship. B, environment and entrepreneurship. C, social advocacies. And letter D is all of the above. Project components of community immersion include blank. Letter A, health, safety education, sports and recreation. B, environment and entrepreneurship. C, social advocacies. And letter D is all of the above. Number 8. Number 8. Community immersion is a means of developing the blank. Community immersion is a means of developing the blank. Letter A, community leaders. Letter A, community leaders. Letter B, DDU communities. Again, DDU is deprived, depressed, and the underprivileged. Letter C, underprivileged, marginalized sectors of the society. And letter D is all of the above. Community immersion is a means of developing the blank. Letter A, community leaders. Letter B, DDU communities. Letter C, underprivileged, marginalized sectors of the society. And letter D is all of the above. Next number 9. Community immersion provides opportunity for students to blank. Letter A, experience real community life. Letter A, experience real community life. Letter B, identify true feelings of living with the people. Letter B, identify true feelings of living with the people. Letter C, be actively involved in community undertakings. I repeat, letter C, be actively involved in community undertakings. And the last, letter D, is all of the above. All of the above, letter D. Again, I repeat, number 9, community immersion provides opportunity for students to blank. Letter A, experience real community life. Letter B, identify true feelings of living with the people. Letter C, be actively involved in community undertakings. And letter D is all of the above. So there are 9 questions of matching type or multiple choice. And I have here one question. Number 10, essay. You're going to develop this topic or write a short paragraph. This is the question. What is community immersion? Answer this question in essay form. In developing your answers, you may have the introduction. Next is the body. And the last is conclusion. I, B, C. This is how we are going to check your answers when there is an essay question. Again, write or develop this topic, community immersion. Or what is community immersion? So I think that's all for this morning. It's almost 9 o'clock already. And thank you for listening. Your midterm is already approaching. I think it will be on the second week of March. Second week of March. So take note, my dear students, in CWTS. No, this is 3 hours supposedly every Saturday. So I will give you 30 minutes input and you can continue the discussion with your respective CWTS instructors. Now, those students who do not know yet about their instructors, what section, you can contact your instructor in the first semester. Kung asa mo niya itong first semester, mo lang gihapon mo karon. O may tungod niya itong mga bag-ong estudyante, mga irregular students, nga wa ma-enroll sa first semester, karon lang ma-enroll sa second sem, you can contact Bibian Mondigo. Bibian Mondigo. Ang klase ni Ma'am Mabel Marquez, ang engineering students, I think tuwa ni Julie Beltran. Ang IT students, just contact, no? Aron dili mo mawa sa passing kay this is already, I think, the 4th meeting. We have only 3 meetings more before the midterm exam. So take note of this. I hope you are monitoring this class, no, you're listening, and you will not be wasting time. Kaya ang ubang estudyante, igo lang enroll, niya wala nang pakialam sa kanilang pag-aaral, walang attendance, wala tanan. So, ang amo ani mahatag ninyo is no grade or NA, meaning no NA means no attendance. NG means no grade. Kung no grade, no attendance, no more chance. You have to enroll it next school year. Ang may chance lang, ang kanang nagrado og INC. Now, with regards to giving of the grades, in giving of the grades of NSTP, if possible, they will only submit passing or failing. There is no INC grade. Why? I will not allow INC grade because I am going to submit the completers of students in CWTS at the end of the semester to CHED because of your serial numbers. Anong ma-INC man? Mangutana ang taga-CHED na ako, anong nag-INC, unsa may inyong ipahimulay ani? Importante kayo ang serial number. You cannot get your TOR if there is no serial number. Ang serial number magagad sa inyong NSTP 2 na makumplito yun na ninyo. Especially now that this course is already 3 units. 3 units na siya. Dili pare sa una nga it was taken for granted because maybe walang units sa dili pa nako time. I don't know. This is already 3 units. And students of education, take note. Kung wa mo graduate daw, you cannot continue the course. So I think that's all for this morning. It's already what time? 9:05, 9:10.
3.
Okay, so I'll be back at 9:30 for my class in Check 11, the life and works of Rizal. BSHM 2E, BSIT 2K, and NFUTEC 2C. NFUTEC 2C. Again, I'll be back at 9:30 for my class in Check 11.